shine. You gotta be working to get the woman and the wine. Keep the beat and get your hands in the air. Shuffle the beat cause it's an African affair. To Buffalo Park and our home at St. George's. We're bringing the silverware back on the borders. That's the way of the warrior. That's the way of the warrior. That's the way of the warrior. That's the everyday warrior.
Down, coming out of PE town. Got a drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino's shot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gino's Spot. Tuesday night, every single Tuesday at 6:30. This is what we do. We tune in to YouTube. Tune in to the YouTube, people, and subscribe. YouTube is the best place to watch this. If you're watching on Facebook, it's okay, but it's a bit cuck. You can actually go to YouTube, and it's actually a nicer interaction because you can comment on Facebook or on YouTube, whichever one you're using. Even on LinkedIn, I think we're on LinkedIn as well. So you can put your comments in the comments, and we can respond live because we are live every Tuesday, 6:30 for Gino's Spot, looking at people in Gqeberha, PENMP. Eastern Cape, whatever the hell you want to call it. We can we've got interesting people from all over, and tonight is no exception. So before we get to our guest tonight, we've got a couple of shows. Center Stage is doing a couple of shows, and that you need to know about. The first of which is the Magnificent Seven, featuring Wayne Callis and the All-Star Band, Center Stage All-Star Band, and that is an incredible band. We've been rehearsing for the last 2 weeks here, and it's been fantastic fun there. The guys are it's sounding so good. Huge band, so 11-piece band, and that means like huge harmonies for the Queen stuff, the Bohemian Rhapsody we're doing live, and that is going to be on the 20. Well, we've got two shows that are sold out already, and that is on the 10th and 11th. But then the next one is on the 24th. The 24th of this month, we've got a show at the bowling club. Is that right? Eh? The bowling club at in Central, which I know you're thinking the bowling club in Central. Now, that is the one next to Manville. We've got some safe parking there. They've fenced it all off. It's fantastic, and we've got a nice big venue there that we can use. And we are going to be doing our Magnificent Seven show there. That is going to be fantastic. That venue is going to be packed with people. It's going to be great fun because it's going to be it's got a low seating. That means it's going to be good sound, and of course with that band in there, it's going to be heaving, amazing. And then also on the very next night, the 25th, we have launched a Creedence Clearwater Revival show because my long life mate from Cape Town, my bass player Mike McCauley, is coming up as well to have a reunion of the Center Stage band. And we are going to be doing the Creedence show on the 25th, and that is going to rock. So make sure you get there because that is going to be an amazing show as well. So that's also a nice 6-piece band, rock and roll. Creedence is just rock and roll from beginning to end. I even get excited thinking about it. All right. So on the 31st of May and the 31st, if you're into a bit of comedy, one of the most generous comedians I've ever met in my life, and what a legend, Mr. Barry Hilton is on. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello, my cousins. I have got a great road trip lined up in my new GWMP. E, E, G, Q, or any other letters of the alphabet you want to throw in, courtesy of Fusion. I'm stoked that my new vehicle arrived in time for my road trip to PE for my show at the bowling club on Friday the 31st of May. I'm staying in a wee PE, but I'll be slaying in a PE. Tickets at Quicket or call the world famous Wendy from Centre Stage. Pull in, don't forget the 31st of May, PE Bowling Club. Oh, there's plenty parking and it's all safe. My cousins.
Very, he's going to be slaying indeed, and he's coming all the way up from the Western Cape. He is now in Somerset West, I think he's staying. He was being moved over, but of course he was in PE for many years, and I know that he loves PE. So support that show as well. That's also at that same bowling club on the 31st. So we're going to be there on the 25th, 24th, and 25th. 24th is the Magnificent Seven. 25th is the Creedence show, and then on the 31st, Barry Hilton as well. Of course, we are also waiting for the Wildfeest, which we're going to be doing our big ABBA show on the 29th of June at the Wildfeest. So if you are up that way, we're going to be running the show in PE after that as well. So if you're an ABBA fan with the full ABBA band, big 10-piece band, awesome. So we're going to have a good one. Next week we have Jenny from the Wildfeest coming in. Actually, next week Tuesday on the Gino's spot. So you can see the lady that runs this Wildfeest and puts it all together, and we can have a look at the what happens behind the scenes, the cogs that turn every year for the Wildfeest. Amazing event that and huge as well. So many people coming through. So let's not waste too much more time. And tell me where you're watching from. Give us some comments as well. It's lovely to see lots of people on board as well tonight and saying how's it. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're drinking. Tell me where you are and or anything else you need to tell me. You can put in the comments. And also if you have any questions for our guests, which of course is Andrew Briggs tonight. Andrew is with Cyclo Pro. And he's got the most amazing shop there right next to the containers there. And as you're going up, there we go. Look at that. We've done a very nice picture of him here as well. And he's here sitting, waiting backstage. But not before we even get there. We're going to bring somebody on who's been working with him for the charity function that he does every single year. And that's John Berger, our resident chef. And we've got Kim Robinson as well, which is kind of the crazy Kim. And you can bring him right in. Pull in.
Ooh, welcome to the show. Now it's your time to shine. We're gonna have a lekker chat tonight. Another good time.
Here we go. In.
Curtain raiser for the fabulous and you're actually very brave because for all the typists out there in the 60s, 70s, and 80s that could type 150 words a minute. You're very brave inviting us as a quick in and out when we speak 300 words a second, right, John?
I can't type it.
No, but we can speak 300 words a second. And we only the curtain raiser for the fabulous Andrew.
We had a little conversation on the phone.
Oh, really?
How we need to contain ourselves. Because we can both speak the same amount of cacas.
I know. Could have a whole show with you guys on again. Another. I think we've done 2 with you before as well.
Yeah.
Both had our
one when I was drunk in my back garden.
Yes.
When we wouldn't let leave our homes, remember?
During COVID, we had one, and then we thought we'll get John back on again because he's in a much better place than he was.
But the sun's going to shine on Andrew this evening. John and I are just going to tell you. You shoot first, John.
Tell us, John. Tell us about the story. I remember we spoke about
the first time I was actually on the show.
Yeah.
It was kind of just prior to the first time that I was going to do this.
Yeah.
And that first year was absolutely daunting. And we raised a real decent, I think we raised about 52,000 rand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for animal welfare that year. And I'm a little bit fitter and in a bit better condition than I was 3 years ago.
Okay. So the fitness is important.
Because he does more kilometers because some people are actually donating per kilometer that he cycles.
Oh, crap. Okay.
So he's
they're putting the
fitter,
pressure on you.
leaner. So the further you'll go.
So yeah. To be honest, I mean, the first year I think it was 428 or 438. You know, it's not really that big a number, but if you think over a 24-hour period,
Well, the Herald is 106.
No, but the parts
And
that
you
get
did
so
it.
sore,
I'm proud.
parts get sore.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But no, just give an overview for the people who don't know about it. I know it was in honor of your dad as well.
Yeah.
And you basically ride for 24 hours. Is that you just go?
Look, we ride over a 24-hour period.
Yeah,
So I would say of the 24-hour, I mean, realistically, you can't pedal your bike constantly. So of the 24-hour period that we ride, I think probably ride for about 21 to 20.
Okay.
You know,
21 hours.
we randomly stop. We start from Cyclo Pro. We've changed it up the 2 previous years. And of course, last year was the most horrendous.
Yes,
we
the weather.
The
I remember the weather was awful.
For 12 hours, we rode into a 60-kilometer east.
Yes.
And the rain and thunderstorm. It was just fun. It was actually beautiful because the amount that the scenery changed, the owls and the puff adders and the it was just amazing.
And honoring your dad was always there.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like me because 2 years.
This year we're going to have spectacular weather.
Yeah, so we do that. We start from Cyclo. The last 2 years, as I was saying, we started doing it in the afternoon. And then we go through the afternoon and then go start the afternoon, do the evening, and then finish the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But we've kind of delayed it this year for a bit. So we're going to be in for a cold evening.
Okay.
Which is why we've decided to start it at 9 in the morning.
Okay.
Get the day done.
Yes.
And then take a bit of stroll through the night and then we're done. And it's Mommy's day as well.
On the 12th.
On the next day.
On the next day as well. So, so we're looking forward to it. We'll be starting from
Cyclo Pro.
The best cycling shit store.
From his beautiful shop.
They are fantastic. The best oaks. The most helpful, friendly people ever. Love them to bits. They put up with all my fiddling.
I think anybody that owns a cycle shop at this time needs to have like 1 million miles of patience.
I walk in there full of blood with ink pots.
Especially with the potholes. We're all wrecking our bikes regularly.
So, so we start there. That's the plan. We start there on Saturday. Sorry, I'll be quick. We start there at 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll go through. We're planning on going the first few laps. Keep on going back there. Obviously,
you'll be wearing a tracker. Track my
yes,
ride.
I will have a tracker on me like we
on.
have for the last 2 years, and there'll be a link that will be up on the Facebook page.
Okay.
So
how is it actually? Is it an app or something that you?
It's an app called Track My Ride.
Okay.
So you can click on the link and you can see exactly where we are, what speed we're doing.
Yes.
So there is no cheating here,
yes.
man.
Hey, hurry up,
all the time.
Or if people want to just come and do a few laps with us or ride alongside us in their cars and offer some support. That's why that features there. And then I think because Boo and I ride a tandem and this one's hoping hoping that the company will be good and Barry and I hopefully won't get into a rot because obviously the tandem is called the divorce horse.
She's talking tough because they fight all day long on the bike.
And my sacrifice, you must know, John, going to a drop handles, I'm like this staring down Barry's hairy canyon for 24 hours for dogs. And I'm sure everybody out there knows that dogs just enhance and cats enhance our lives. They bring me to tears.
I know.
We are collecting money for Missionvale Care Center to look after all the animals out in Missionvale to ensure that they're dipped, spayed, neutered. So that's actually what the drive is about.
It's all about the animals.
And all about the animals and as much money as we can for Animal Welfare Society. With COVID, nobody's recovered. Salaries are low, rentals are high, businesses are failing, and people are battling to keep their animals. And that just breaks us. So this is what it's all about.
We were talking about a simple product called F10, which is an Gino product that they use for the trays to walk into and for disinfecting. And I mean, the place that anybody should, I've said this every time, everyone should just go there. And just have a look how much effort these people put into, and it is entirely selfless.
Yes.
And so these guys need constant help. Constant. So we do.
And I know that the
Just-
horse unit is out there as well, which
Yes.
Philippa loves to go. And,
Yeah, she's wonderful.
But you know, animal welfare is always these things. These charities are always the last to get. You know,
Correct.
if the economy is going badly, they're the last to get.
Yeah.
It's the first thing that disappears.
So we brought on Mission Val as well.
Yeah.
You know, Kim knows more about the Mission Val.
Okay, is it also?
Yeah, so Mission Vale, well, as we know, runs a clinic, and then they offer a home clinic once a week where they would go and visit all the sick people that couldn't get to their base. And at their homes, they saw so many dogs that were living in neglect. The people were doing their best with very limited funds. So Mission Vale are in desperate need, and so we're so happy to shine a light and throw money at Mission Vale as much as we can. And it's all for grieving. So anybody who wants to join us and chat about either a lost one, because I mean, this man and his dad had an incredible, incredible bond. And how long do you grieve? Well, how long is your person dead? You know, we want, for the animals, we're creating a space for you to talk about your lost loved ones. And we just want a successful 24 hours. We ready, we're keen, we're going to do it. We know we're going to battle, but we're not going to battle as much as the hardships of these animals.
With him as well.
Yeah, we ride. That's why I'm, that's why
So essentially, I'm the people that has to do the whole 24 hours.
Yes.
I get all these beautiful people.
Yes.
Like I'll be nice now. My good friend Barry.
Barry's also filming here. Another live stream going.
Barry and Kim. And so this year, you know, they've always been so supportive of it in the last 2 years. And this year we decided, let's get them involved and let's get Kimmy involved from the whole marketing. And it's been the best thing ever because she's just got such a beautiful way with words. You know, and another person
people see your heart. I think
yes,
that's
but she writes. You can feel her heart when she
on your
writes.
sleeve.
Yes,
very much.
There's just one other person, you know, that and he's totally behind the scenes. That's my beautiful cousin Andre.
Andre Berger,
ex-Springbok cyclist. The man's a machine.
Yeah.
Ask Barry about the Herald and what a machine the man is.
He's phenomenal.
He's an absolute machine, and he has been supporting me and been with me in the past 2 years, and he's going to be there again. He's my hero, and he's my inspiration. I love what he does. I wish I had a smidge of the talent that the guy has.
He's incredible.
But he's phenomenal.
There you go. But Wendy's asking there, how does one donate or sponsor? I want to donate something. Mary, Floyd has just shame.
Oh,
she's just lost
Floyd, shame. Shame. Floyd was the golden boy.
Yes.
Guys, if you can just visit our Facebook page, 24 Hours for Louis, you'll find it on Facebook, and all the details are there for Give and Gain or for Claire's bank account. And any little bit, any little bit, after all, each little drop really piles up, and we'll be so grateful to anything. And to see you out on the roads, either hooting, driving alongside us, coming for a cycle. Are you going to join, Gino? Try join us for a lap or two.
And his Seven Dwarfs group, they're coming too. Hey, Philippa, thank you.
Yes, the Seven Dwarfs, yes, that's us.
Yay!
Philippa, I love to cycle a bit.
So it's just all about Gino. It's all about getting the people, and we don't want to use up too much of
No,
the best cycling shop in the world.
I'm just looking at some of the comments there. Gary's got a couple of comments. Let's have a look at some of these covered in there. Gary almost said, watching from St. Gallen, Switzerland. Loving the engine, loving the energy watching with the cold. Lovely, man. Lovely. Excellent. Vanessa, is that your sister?
Yes, my sister in America. And Mia Henry visiting from the UK back in the Lovely, Mia.
I look, all the animal lovers, you know.
Oh, absolutely, Sham. They've all been so generous and so wonderful, always getting behind whatever we're doing.
And I always think of Carol Ann and Darren Mann
and Carol Ann just had a very successful. Her and Janine Lee and Jennifer Lindridge won the Remembrance Walk.
Oh yes,
which was highly successful last month.
That's such a good
so
plan.
Wendy and Floydie will be there next year. I know they will, so we're just holding a space for all these dogs and people that are battling desperately. That just breaks me, because there's no loyalty like these animals. You put your head down and they put their head on your knee, and you feel so rich, you know. So we just want them to keep the animals.
They love unconditionally. It's true. Animals.
We're going to cycle and we're going to hurt, but I said today that We sit on, for the public out there that don't know a cycling saddle, it's the space of an arm, literally your clothing arm. That's what we're going to sit on virtually for 24 hours, as John says.
How much cuck we're going to talk in that 24 hours?
That's why I think he's got Barry and I on the tandem. We do end up being quite ugly to each other, especially if he asks me, "Are you peddling?" And then that's the end.
Are you peddling back there?
The stoker always gets asked that. So,
so that is it, and just quickly, what we're gonna just before we on the day, Andrew and them are in the process of opening up a lovely little coffee shop as well on the left side of the store. But we're kind of invading their space on Saturday morning.
Okay.
And we're gonna be selling burri rolls, all stuff that's kindly been donated by spas, and we've got some other gifts from various. I'm not going to mention that.
Yes, she immediately put her hand up.
She's in there.
Narissa has come to the party, absolutely, thankfully.
I love
We've got the beautiful Cindy Kickoff from TPO.
Oh, somebody tag Cindy. Somebody tag Cindy and Alicia and Narissa as well, because they must see this too.
Yeah, we've got the wonderful Olga Hafner. That's so basically they're all donating things within their industry. We've got some other folk as well that are donating, and we're going to put together some lovely hampers. And on the day, we're going to basically try and sell as many Lucky Dwarf tickets for these gifts. And then after the fact, we will open it up online onto Facebook, and then maybe the following week we'll do the draw on it. So we're trying to just get anything in. So we're actually pleading.
What's the route?
Begging.
It is
a set route. It's all on Facebook, but to
the
explain it,
route
John?
is on Facebook. So basically what we do is we start from Cyclo Pro, we go across Busselton, we go and we get onto the Glendore Road, onto Skoonies, and we go around the marine. And we keep on doing that.
Around the marine. Up Woomera.
4 hours.
Up Woomera.
Or we're going to change it up Admiralty, up South End. But as I say, he'll be wearing a live tracker, so you can track to see us.
And if the wind gets hectic, we might change direction.
Change it up
what I did towards the end of last year, I was just so hurtful.
Yes.
I didn't want to see the marine anymore. So I went out towards the Eastcombe way.
Yes.
So we'll put that on when we're going to have live interaction on Facebook. We're going to just let people know.
And we'd love everybody to join. That will be such fun on any bicycle, anything.
Whatever you got.
Whatever.
We'll slow down to do your average. Don't be fearful that we'll have to reel cousin Andre Berger, our Springbok, in.
We've got Michelle Enslin involved again this year, who's just a champ.
Yeah, she'll be with us.
Caroline, there she goes. Thank you. Caroline, we just spoke about you.
And we've got young Martin Neft.
Yes.
He'll be there at the end. He's not going to be on his bicycle.
Tanya.
He doesn't like his bicycle anymore.
Not anymore.
So he'll be on his Harley.
That's okay.
But it's fair
He's
enough.
going to lead us in.
He's just at his birthday. He was at my show the other night.
That's
Martin
right.
Neft.
So we've got a lovely group of celebs per se.
Yes, for the end that everybody can.
Yeah, and we're just hoping for just out there, guys. Just
a lovely carnival atmosphere.
Well, I'll certainly come and ride a bit as well.
Thank you.
And Wayne
as well.
I want colours.
And then, Kramer, what you're doing with thank you, Tanya. Tanya Hemmings, of course, Gary's.
I love you, Tanya.
My old schoolie.
Yeah,
I was in high school. Yeah, we matriculated together. Gary knew that.
Yes. And so just the date again.
This Saturday coming, the 11th, we start at 9 o'clock. We're starting at Cyclo Pro.
And you're going to end at then 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock Sunday morning outside Cyclo
On
Pro.
Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
We'll
I'm in a bit of trouble, but anyway.
Bronwyn's been marvelous. Bronwyn, you've been such a star, so supportive.
So guys, please just open up your hearts, just get on your bike, get in your cars. We don't care.
Oh, there we go. Samantha Mountford
awesome.
says I'll sponsor some Fitch and Leeds.
And she's organising all our energy doppers.
Oh, nice.
So we can
Samantha,
raffle those as well. Thank you, Sam.
Sammy.
You're so kind.
Fitch and Leeds, one
Thank
of our
you.
sponsors here as well, you know. So
Yes.
she's right behind you. Yes.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you so
She says,
much.
I love cycling.
Mr.
says
Clement,
Ryan
you're an
Delphin.
absolute star. He's my
Oh,
life.
And we love you, Ron. Come ride with
You're going to
us.
watch him coming around his place every...
So
Yeah.
Michael Stan says
He
it
mustn't
is-
comment though. He likes to say when
He
we're
does.
riding a race.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
moaning. Oh,
It's okay. We
But
are
thank you.
naughty sometimes.
guys, fantastic.
Blessings. Thank you for this
it's a
allowing us.
pleasure, and-
Andrew, thank you for letting us hijack
Yes.
your spot.
So you can now
Best
you're gonna have to
cycling
spend
shop.
more time.
Thank you, Andrew.
And what about the, I mean, how about donating, about the money? What about the money?
Okay, so basically we have one thing to say. We need you to shut Okay, now Andrew's gonna clean that cuck up.
All right, let's get our guest
Yes,
on.
no, no
Thank
problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love you, love you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the little intro again, Gary. We'll do it. Our guest tonight, Andrew Briggs. Go sit in this chair here. We can take that one away, actually, if you want. There we go. Andrew Briggs, lovely to have you on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No, we got
telling
money.
you.
It's money all over the place.
There's more.
They printed out a whole. It's counterfeiting.
I didn't realize you could photostat this stuff.
I know.
So
The police are going to be onto me. I think we move across a little bit there, Andrew. Or get in the middle of the screen. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Move that other chair out there if you want to.
there's more
There we
energy
go.
coming out of those two than Madupi.
Oh, no, it is. But fantastic to have you on.
Thank
You know,
you.
and I know I've popped in your shop a few times. Actually, bought the bike
Yeah,
recently, and it's been fantastic. I've got that little Scott. When I started my mountain biking, Sergeant, because I've been a roadie a bit, you know.
We converted you.
Yeah, you did. You did. And but I've been hearing, you know, we always say, okay, well, Andrew Briggs on this week. Oh, he's an accountant, you know. They always say that. Is that one of the
In my
things?
second life.
Yeah.
Yeah, my previous life.
So you did
accounting,
accounts.
Yeah.
You did accounts.
But I started working in bike shops in standard 8, grade 10. So
Oh,
it
wow.
wasn't a complete change. So, I mean, born in Cape Town, working in bike shops in Cape
Yeah.
Town for a while. So I think it was always going to be something in cycling.
Yeah,
It just depended like in what kind of fashion it was going to be.
Okay,
But,
okay.
you
So
know,
it was, and so you started cycling young then, I see.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
your dad into it? You,
Well, I think when you're born in Cape Town, like the August Cyclo Tour is like part of your life. So eventually you're going to do it.
this is
you
what
know?
they tell you.
Yeah,
They say, Gino, you got to do the August. And I
yeah,
haven't done it yet.
absolutely. That's your next one.
Win,
We'll put some slicks in your mouth.
Yeah, no, I got my. I
Take
got my
John
roadie.
with you. Yeah.
I was lucky enough to get Brent Cunningham gave me his old he had I call it the juice bike. It's the Armstrong Armstrong Postal Services bike, you know, from 2009,
day.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
We won his last juiced Tour de France. So I've got that, and it's great. But I've got into the road stuff. So were you also into road? Were you
Back
cycling
then,
a
I
lot
think
then?
you did everything when you were the lighty.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
rode wherever you could. You know?
Where were you born? Where were you?
Cape Town,
Town,
born and bred. So
Okay.
schooled there, started working in bike shops, did
Okay, so
vac
in Cape Town
jobs,
doing it.
vac jobs, Saturday jobs. You know, when you're that age and into cycling, you in the shop whenever you can. You know, you would work for free. You get whatever you could. You get paid in bike parts, things like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
You know, you're happy. You know,
Yeah,
as long as you're
They
there.
fix your bike, you
Yeah,
get it right.
and you're
okay.
tinkering and you got tools and whatever, you're happy. And then, you know, through varsity, use that as a bit of a, you know, the side hustle, some petty cash. When
But
you're
was
at
it-
varsity? Yeah.
I mean, when did cycling really take off? Because I mean, it's always been there. I mean, I
Yeah.
know. I mean, like
Yeah.
John was talking about his brother Andre. I remember him racing at school, and
Yeah.
I remember the Benz brothers here at VP.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know that it's like all of a sudden though the mountain biking thing sort of took off.
Yes.
I remember those
Yeah.
old horrors and those things. That must have
Yeah.
been like 90.
Yeah.
1990s.
That was definitely in the 90s. I mean, in the US, that started out there. Guys were converting old road bikes into mountain bikes, and they were racing down hills and knocking themselves out and just experimenting with a whole lot of stuff and welding them in their garages. So
Yo.
the old stalwarts of back in the day, I mean, they were self-welding things in their garages and making these contraptions and fat tires.
But
And that just grew from there.
It
Yeah.
wasn't huge back then. There must
No.
have been a time when it just exploded? Because I just seem to remember everybody.
I think specifically like in South Africa, it's obviously with being on the tar, you know, the more people wanting to ride in groups and being safe. So it's been a natural progression from road bikes into mountain bikes.
Okay.
It's, you know, social. Look, you can still, the road is still, we in PE are just very lucky still that we've actually got some good roads that are quiet. So the road biking is still very strong.
Okay.
And the guys like in Joburg, unfortunately, like you can't go on the tar there. So that's really where it started growing, and it's filtered through. No, I mean, I think you're off the roads there before sort of 5:30 in the morning. So you're riding really early. Yeah. But then the guys are now riding more off road. They've got gravel bikes, which is also something that's growing terribly now. It's like massive.
I've seen that now.
And mountain bikes really taken off. You know, there's a lot of mountain bike events. It's difficult to organize road events these days too. So
because you're going to block off the traffic,
and you've got municipalities to deal with.
Is it your son?
There's some I got. No, that's my daughters, or some I got into my Facebook account. I've been hacked.
Your daughters are out there, clearly. There's a Dad of the Year award, right?
Yeah. Give some
there's another one. So you're the best dad.
So I mean, that's where it's taken off. And mountain biking, you know, obviously riding off road, like if you've got a good mountain bike, you know, you're riding off road socially. It's massive.
It is, and you don't like the places you can go to. The guys are off. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, John. Can I just say, I saw John at the end of last year, and my word, he could hardly get off his bike. No, I can tell you, he wasn't looking good. He could barely get off his bike last year. Basically, we were at the finish, and he rolled up to the finish, and he somehow got off his bike. And kind of just stood there. Yes. And we took the bike from him, and he said, just keep it. He said didn't keep it. And we didn't see him for a while.
Stored his bike.
Yeah. So we kept his bike for a couple of weeks, and then eventually he gingerly came in a couple of weeks later to reclaim it. But
okay. So
I must say he's doing something amazing. I've done some long rides in my times, and I've never wanted to ride 24 hours.
24 hours is tough. That is.
So all I can say is, please, guys, donate. He's doing something amazing, and I can tell you, to also support him. He's a great chef.
Yes,
he's
fantastic
a great chef. So
man, my flavor. I'm so. I mean, I think he's doing much better business now that he's doing. He's got this WhatsApp group that he sends out.
The secret foodies group. I don't know if it's a secret
foodies group. Man, I think he's doing a lot better than he did even in his area, because he had quite a small restaurant. Yeah. But I used to love going to Flavor. I miss it. I miss it too.
Yeah. I treat myself every now and again to one of his meals, and that's good. And he's doing a good work. Yeah.
No, he is. Yeah. Okay, so just say Cape Town. Where was school there?
Cape Town. I went to Bishops in Cape Town, and then and then UCT from there. And then spent a couple years doing auditing.
Okay, so you did. So you did accounts.
I did accounts. BCom. Yeah, did BCom accounts. Did articles in Cape Town. Sort of finished all that. Then went overseas for a couple of years, as you do. It's a traditional thing. Did some traveling, and then came back to PE because my wife's from PE. So Julie is from PE, and that's
what was her maiden name then?
Radman.
Oh, she was one of the Radmans in PE.
Exactly. Okay. So Margie and Rob, they started Cyclo Pro a long time ago. I can't even tell you the date, but they started it. So they did all the hard work.
The Radmans.
Yes, the Radmans got it going. And
so she was obviously attractive to you because she was in a cycling family.
Cheap parts. She was studying in Cape Town and cycling, so that's where we met in Cape Town. So that's where it was. Yeah.
What was she studying then?
She was doing sports massage therapy. Okay. So she was doing like sports massage for teams. So she's worked on the South African sort of cycling teams and things like that. So she was going,
and she was obviously into cycling for the.
She's done a lot more sort of competitive stuff than I have. She's been to Worlds. Cycling and stuff like that, and then
we should have actually had her on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can go next week. So we met in Cape Town, and their family set up Cyclo Pro many years ago and did all the hard work. And I got tired of it originally. It was down in Kempston Road. Cyclo Pro started off as dismantled motors.
Oh.
They were a like a scrap second-hand car.
I
Rob
remember
started that off.
Was it with that thing on the top that the
No,
car?
got me long before my time. So
there was a car on the top of a pole.
I
Isn't
can't.
that
I
dismantled
can't tell
motors?
you. I can't tell you. Maybe
Man,
they can.
Julie,
They'll
come
let
on.
us know. Yeah.
Tell us where that place was. I'm sure there was a pole with a big car on top of it.
I don't know.
So,
It's
yeah.
pre my time, but yeah, it might have been.
Jeez.
And then I think Rob got into the cycling game, and it kind of like morphed into the cycling, and he started that on the side, and then it took off from there. And then they moved up to where they currently are now, on the William Moffat.
Yes.
And when I got tired of auditing,
okay,
and Rob maybe got a little bit tired of selling bikes and wanted to slow down, then that's where the switch happened.
Okay.
Yeah, so
and she was, because I mean, accounting, that's one route, but it's always going to do you. It's always going to be great for you.
Look, it's at a good base. So you when you're wanting to do something with cycling, I mean, there's no school for cycling, so the next best thing is to maybe do something with maths or something with numbers. So at least you can add up the losses at the end of the day.
It's like but it's a special kind of person that can go into the. I mean, accounting. You start, my eyes sort of glaze over. I did accounts. I did accounts for 1 year at varsity as well, and I thought, no, this is out for me.
Yeah, well, I wasn't very good at it matric, and somehow I made it through. So I don't know what happened. Something clicked somewhere along the line.
She was an auditing as well. That's another thing.
Yeah.
So and I mean, you obviously must have started out then. So just after school, you said you had a couple of years overseas. Where'd you go? London? Huh?
So we went to London. We did the usual South West London vibe for 3 or 4 years. Worked in auditing there.
Fulham or whatever the story is.
It's
Southfields.
we went. Fulham was too expensive for us. We were down. We started in Putney, where we've got family, and figured out pretty quickly that was too expensive for us. We couldn't afford that. So then we went down the train line to Earlsfield. Which is a bit more in on our level,
The greasy spoons.
A bit more of a longer commute into town, but we could afford it. And then we house shared there for a while, and we did some traveling before we came back. So
was that with Julie as well?
Julie,
so really, you were really like a young love there.
That's it. Yeah.
First year varsity, was it already?
I think it would have been third
year. I remember now.
Third year varsity. That wasn't a good year for the marks.
Okay.
But
was it good for the relationship?
It was good for the relationship, and we're still together. That's good.
That's great.
Yeah, we made it. Too. And then once we just finished traveling, then we obviously wanted to move back to South Africa once we've saved a little bit.
Yes.
And that's
so you got a job over there doing accounts as well.
Did accounts over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Came back, also did accounts here locally. So moved back and did 3 or 4 years in auditing here.
Then, was it?
At the time, it was BDO and Capro, the auditing firm. BDO and Grant Thornton.
Okay. Yes, I remember.
Grant Thornton. So I was a manager there for a while. Okay. And then, at that time, you decide whether you're going to go like a partner level, or you're going to stay in it for the long haul, or at that time, always kind of thought I was going to move something into cycling and had that passion still.
Okay.
And at the time, Rob was obviously looking to maybe retire or start to slow down.
Okay.
And I thought, now now's the opportunity. I'm still, young enough to maybe make that decision to try, take the risk. And if it goes pear-shaped, then you can still go back.
So
not completely broke.
Calculated decision. But in the end, I think, and obviously your father-in-law then would have been like, come on, I'll work with you. And
that's it. Well, luckily there was a transition time. So Rob was, it wasn't like him leaving and me coming in.
Yeah.
It was great that he could, show me the ropes. I did learn a lot in Cape Town, but you need someone to show you the ropes and how it all works, and just general business and retail. Accounting and retail are very, very different. Jeez. You can do the numbers, but to deal with the customers and customer care, stock management,
freaks me out with these spas and things as well. There's stock. How do you make sure that the stock is you're going to sit there with a whole bunch of stock? It won't ever sell, or what are you going to do?
No, it's a constant battle. I mean, stock and cash flow and all those kind of things. With as owner managed businesses, it's always that's the toughest thing.
Okay, so and is that? I mean, literally at school, from school to varsity to these, Any other interests that you had along the way, like any other things?
Yeah, well, luckily, I mean, it gave us the opportunity to get overseas and to travel. So very, very much like into traveling. So we were able to do a lot there. You know, it's so
and travel together,
essentially based. Yeah. So I mean, it's quick. You know, if you're in London, you can go away for a weekend. I mean, we would do silly things like go to Amsterdam on a Friday night and fly back on Monday morning at 3 o'clock in the morning and go straight to work.
Yes.
You know, those are the kind of things you would do when you're
from the coffee shop.
And your boss can sort of see that you haven't slept that night, but everything's good. You know, you can still get away with it when you're young. So, you know, traveling when you were younger was fun, and being in London meant that we could take actually 3 months off before we came back to South Africa, and we got in a van and we did the whole of Europe, which was stunning. So we did a bit of a road trip. We got to see everything, and that gave us opportunity.
Any stories from that trip? Come on.
Well,
there must be
there were quite a few.
Yeah,
there's still probably a tent still pitched somewhere in Switzerland.
Oh, really?
So
just leave it.
Yeah, we just left it.
Oh no, we just like get out of there.
You know, you can only take so much camping, and I think one rainy night we were just in that tent and it just poured, and we got up in the morning and we left it. So we had enough. Yeah, so we donated it.
I can just imagine. I don't get it. I'm just gonna. I want to go.
And of course, you don't buy the best tent when you're on a budget. So it was like one of these. Let's call it a decathlon special. So it basically leaked like a sieve.
Oh no!
And we just left it there. So the campsite got a donated tent, and then from there it wasn't Airbnb back then. It was just bed and breakfast. So
yes.
We spent the budget.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Pretty quickly. But I mean, it was stunning. We went all the way through Europe, and then we eventually ended up in Barcelona kind of area, and it was stunning.
Spain. You can go ride up at the mountain.
That's it. We took bikes with us, of course.
Did you as well?
Yeah. Put them on the roof of the little van. Yeah. And we biked wherever we could. So we kind of picked spots where we could bike. And
wow, that's so cool. Like that. And also so ahead of your time. Because I mean, that's what year are we talking about now?
No, that's we're talking 15 years ago.
That's 15 years. So 2005. Yeah. Mind you that the bikes were kind of happening then as well.
No, it was still big. I mean, that was still probably just post-US Postal kind of that kind of time, Lance Armstrong's days.
Horrors and those things.
No, then it was still, the big brands. It was the Giants. It was the we had, I think, 26s were still in.
Oh,
that's we're talking now way back in the day. Right. Yeah,
it was 29.
That's 29s. You got to have the
next one's going to be 30.
Yeah. No, we were still on 26s back then. Yeah, so small wheels. We had to pedal a lot harder back then.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But put the bikes on the roof.
Lekker.
Did the tour, rode, get to the next stop.
Perfect, man.
It was good times.
It's good and good relationship building, I would imagine as well.
No,
I mean, running a business together is not that easy.
Yeah,
I'm sure we can ask your wife online.
Absolutely. No, she's the boss. So
yes.
Put that out there now. She pays all the people, so if you want to be nice to her, she'll pay you.
All right.
It's like, so we also do events on the side. So we've got a company of which we are a partnership with four people with the Jacksons.
Yes.
And Julie does a lot of that work. So she comes into the store. She does a lot of work for Mountain Events, which is our events company.
Yes, of course, we
done
a couple of those.
So that
was
that
the Merrill,
kept too busy. We did the Merrill City Karma mountain bike. Yeah,
I did that one. I went 60 instead of 40.
There we go. Good. You made it. You're still here.
I did a bit.
Yeah.
I thought when you're riding trail, it's like at a 90% chance I'm going to get lost. And I saw the split coming.
Okay.
I saw the sign said split coming.
Yes.
Thought, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But I got up to the 60s.
Okay.
And then when the time was split, and then time came, I was just like autopilot. By the time I got to 40, I was like, "Where's the turn off for the 40, guys?" It says you coming with us to the 60.
So they got you going.
I had to go all the way.
It's a stunning route, though. I love that part of the time. The City Karma is so stunning. You ride along the cliffs there. It's a really nice route.
Fantastic. No, look, mountain events obviously well known as well. The guys have a lot of stuff. What have they got coming now? Is there something?
We've got
on the spot
end of the month. We've got the Great Zurich Trek.
Zuberg.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. out
That's
there.
stunning out there. That's a 3-day mountain bike stage race in the Zurich Mountains, sponsored by it's Rubicon. We're a part of that. Cyclo Pro is doing a tech zone for
Blenford.
them as well. Yeah,
Greg.
absolutely. Yeah, no, they've very, very kindly come to the party with this great Zurich trek. 3 days through the mountains there. That's stunning. You actually stay at the Zurich Hotel.
Okay.
So
Beautiful
it's
there
really
too.
nice. Yeah. And then what else have we got after that? Let's think. I've got the calendar in the back of my head. A month after that, we've got a race in Jeffreys Bay, which is great. The wind farm J-Bay race. So that keeps us busy on the weekends, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's lovely because you get to see everything around you. If you haven't done a mountain biking trail or a trail run even, you know, it's just the best thing to do.
J-Bay's got a run and a mountain bike, and so did this Meryl Sitsikoma.
Okay.
We also did a run and a ride.
It was a run. Philippa did the run and I did the ride, I think.
I'm not sure which was harder. I think the run's pretty tough.
The run was tough too.
Yeah, half at the mountain.
But the through those trees and wow, it was wet that day if I remember correctly. I was going
that week.
I was going through flipping huge thing, but that bike worked like a bomb as well. It's amazing with the suspension and things with these bikes.
It does. The technology's come a long way.
How you can ride on those things.
Yeah, and they're rugged. I mean, you can hit some big things with them, and they still come out the other side. Yeah. For how light they are and how strong they are.
Yeah.
It's amazing what they've done.
It is.
Technology-wise.
And so mountain events, when did that start?
Again, oh no, you got me.
Julie will now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe she can tell us.
Yes, you can tell,
a couple of years ago, probably a good 8 to 10 years ago, I think. Yeah, I mean, we just got kind of called up by someone in Cape Town to say like that you know, that there's a championship and PE has got the opportunity to host it, but they've got no one to organize it.
Okay.
And we've got 24 hours to give them an answer.
Wow.
You know, and we wanted it to come to PE, otherwise we would have lost it. So we kind of
was that the downhill thing?
It downhill and cross country, yes.
My cousin was in the top thing there. She, Nadine Kale, she's still she was riding at that time, but I actually went to watch that. I thought about that.
Yeah. So they gave us like that was it, and we had to make a decision, so we just jumped at it, and that was basically the Jacksons, Brad and Tanya Jackson, and us, and a couple of other people got together, and we said, look, we've got to put this together.
Let's do it.
So we did it, and then it just took off.
Jump in the deep end.
We just added to the next one and the next one, and then suddenly it becomes a little side hustle, becomes a company, and then it's every weekend we're busy. So that keeps us busy on the weekends.
I mean, that's and you must learn such a lot from that first one. Must have been like a nightmare.
Oh yeah, no, you got to learn quickly. Yeah. And jumping in with like a national championship, there's rules and regulations, and luckily we'd been riding a little bit and doing some of the events, so we knew some of the rules. Okay. But of course, there's a director of rules comes, and they got to say it's got to be this wide, and it's got to be this deep, and it's, you know what I mean. And we're kind of like, okay, well, tell us what to do, we'll do it. Yeah.
I seem to remember wasn't Greg Ritz the MC?
Yes,
Greg Ritz was out there.
Greg's is the voice of cycling. Yeah. Yes. Greg's always been involved for a long time.
He's great. I see him every now and again on the trails. I check Greg out there. Hey, how's it?
Greg and I have actually done some stage races together. Funny enough.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we did a little 2-day stage race together. We actually did Dr. Evil Classic together, 3-day stage race.
What's the Dr. Evil Classic?
Yeah, in Plet, we did a 3-day together. So we've done a couple of races together. Yeah. No, Greg can ride a bike. Let me tell you. Okay. Greg can ride a bike. I even think Greg might have even gone to Worlds, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. Okay.
He has got handling skills like you have never been seen. You can get him on a bike and he can wheelie and bunny hop anything.
Really?
Yeah. And when he gets into
somebody tag Greg. Why is this so
tell Greg to get back. Greg's got an e-bike now.
211, she says there's your
2011. Okay,
2011. 2011. That's his start.
Yeah. Greg's got an e-bike now, so he's back on the bike, and his son is actually quite a mean rider.
Oh, okay.
So now he needs an e-bike to keep up with the son, because his son is pretty fast. Connor rides him sticking. So now he needed an e-bike. Came in there, he's like, I need an e-bike now because he's got to keep up. So So at least he's back on the bike.
Have you got kids?
I do. I've got my 2, which is my Facebook.
I see the active Facebook.
Yeah. Caitlin and Sarah, they keep us busy.
How old are they now?
Yeah, they're 12 and going on 10. So.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah.
heading into that whole teenage thing. You're going to give them hell.
Well, I mean,
Caitlin.
they're 12 and they can get into my Facebook page.
Yeah,
so
really,
it's
yeah,
dangerous.
really.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us how the tech
Oh
goes.
my
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's 12. So that was like 2013.
Yeah. So we had moved
you
back to PE and then we started the family.
family
moved.
after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And the reason, I mean, you didn't think of staying over there, or
No, I think our
Same
plan
as
was
this.
always to kind of go over there, make some money, get money for a deposit for a house, and then
Okay.
come back and then set up here. That was the
That's
end game.
it's
Yeah.
a good
So
plan.
it was a good, it's always good to, get that little bit of head start.
Are you a
let's
bit of a
put it.
goal setter like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty driven. Pretty driven.
driven,
Yeah, I
so-
work probably too hard. But I think our plan was, we gave ourselves like a fixed period of time there. We said we would be there for like 3 years. We would save as much as we can.
Okay.
So I mean, we were saving every bit of money that we had, hence the Earlsfield. Not
Yes,
yeah. Not the Fulham for sure. We were on the budget.
Okay.
But we came back able to put a deposit on the house, start the family,
Wow.
so that was the game.
Yeah,
And we came back to PE because obviously Julie's folks are here.
Yeah.
Wanted to be close to family.
Yeah.
And then my folks have actually subsequently moved up to PE as well now. So it's
from Cape Town.
all up here. Yeah.
They must
Yeah.
be coming against the traffic. Going,
Oh, no, they come to a small town. Yeah. No.
They're they'll score. I'm telling you, because PE is still gonna be put on the map.
Yeah. And I can fix the internet a lot easier from here.
Yes.
Yeah, because
exactly.
I was on the phone. How do I fix the internet?
The
I was like,
TV.
I can't do that over the phone.
I've lost my TV remote,
Yeah.
Andrew. Can you come and fix this? Blimmin' TV is not working.
Yes.
I've got it, and I'm just pushing all the buttons.
That's it.
And
And
then
the internet never worked, and I could never fix it. So now they're here, and I can fix it for them.
magic.
Yeah.
And I see Gareth Burley's just put a comment there. How's it, Gareth? Nice to see you online as
Yes.
well. He was on my show just recently.
Absolutely, legend of a commentator. I
Thank you
think
for
he
all you
helped
do
us,
for
yeah.
the city. And yeah, it's true. Guys like you. I mean, this mountain events is amazing. I know with it's big O as well, and
Yes.
I know there's
Yeah.
Sheena as well doing stuff.
Absolutely.
But it really does help the whole city to have these events. Because they're amazing. They're beautiful. You go there. There's a whole bunch of people. Then they're loving being out in the bundu,
Yeah,
And
I
this is
think we're very fortunate in our city to have these outdoor spaces. Like we've got our green belt, our valley, our Parkins Valley,
Isn't it
right here in
beautiful?
town.
Right here.
We've got some quiet roads for the Ironman, and road cycling is great.
good, yeah,
We can, and then within half an hour you can be at 3 Rivers Trails, on Thornhill, and the other side in Addo is not far away for that. So I mean, we're very lucky within
the wind farm you were talking about.
Absolutely. So all
Fitzstardens.
these trails are very close to town. So we're very fortunate.
Crossways.
Absolutely.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crossways and 3 Rivers Trails. The Paddy Gills out there are doing amazing work.
Yes,
and,
incredible.
And generating trails out there, and that's going to become a destination.
And you go there to Crossways Water, and there's like I don't know, 10 trails or something you can take.
It's
maybe
massive.
more.
I think you can do 80 to 100 k's out there if you wanted to.
Easy.
You can get lost.
And you can run, or you can ride, or you can do, and it's just beautiful. You get a beautiful coffee shop, restaurant there.
Yeah, great. Absolutely.
And you go out from there, you get back again, and make sure you're hydrated and stuff. But it's safe as well, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. And Fat Tracks for that matter as well. I mean, they look after the valley tremendously. I mean, they maintain all those trails. We're very lucky to have them. Their membership fees for the year goes into employing people to cut the trails in the valley, if they weren't cutting those trails, I think it would be a mess. So they keep the trails open so that dog walkers can walk.
Yes.
Runners can run.
Achilles runs through the valley.
We can go ride there. So they're doing amazing work keeping the trails open.
It's for everybody. It's like literally they're volunteering their time and their energy, and they're working hard on these trails right in the valley here, in the middle of the city. Anybody can go there from our place here, bottom of Thomas Road here, right
on the valley, absolutely,
up to past Dodd's Farm and on. It's the most beautiful place. What's your favorite trail to ride and favorite to mark? He says.
Favorite trails in PE, I'd definitely say 3 Rivers. The Pattigills on that side there have done amazing work. They're generating trails like never before. I think it's going to be a destination. You know.
How do you get there? Where's
Three Rivers is at Thornhill, so that's 20 minutes on the N2 from us towards Cape Town.
So Woodridge side.
They're on the Woodridge, just past Woodridge on the other side of the bridge. On the right hand side as you're going out of PE. Great trails. Single track galore. And we have a couple of races there a year. We have Longmore Classic that starts from there. We do a couple of races, which is great, and they allow us to use their trails.
And they're open all the time, or do you
they
have to
are
get
during the week?
permissions,
No,
or-
during the week they're open. There's a book there. There's a honesty box. You can take out a permit. You can go. And what's nice about their trails is you can go into Longmore Forest. So the permit you buy for their land also gives you access into Longmore Forest. And there's some trails that go up into that stunning forest. I mean, really, really stunning to have that close to town. And then Addo is also special, you know. To get out into Addo, the Hater brothers have also created some amazing trails out in Addo, the Zurberg, which we use for the Zurberg trek.
Yes.
And the single track. And there's some really nice trails out there. You know, if you've got a full day or a full 2 days, camp out there. They've got some camping. You can do the trails, take the kids. It's really nice and safe out there. So both of those guys, marking, marking is marking. Marking takes forever, and these days you need like blinking signs with arrows and all sorts of things.
Especially with people like me.
We have to try marshal everyone in the right path. Marking takes forever. Like it's a 3-day marking exercise for some of these events. We get out there 3 days before and we start putting out these little orange stickers. You're sick of orange stickers by the time we get to there. Taking them on and off is a mission.
Because you got to take them off again afterwards.
We have to take them off. We don't want to leave them on because the farmers have very kindly let us go through their land, and we just want to leave it like we got there. So every single orange sticker comes off.
Razan, Razan, nice to see you as well. Razan and Mark, of course, up at
he's a full cycle. We work closely with Mark.
He's a legend. He's helped me out with my road bike. You guys do my mountain bike, and he does my road bike. And what a legend! Lovely guy.
Says camping in Hatedale, especially with the kids. So what's nice, I mean, you can go there. They'll put up a tent for you. You can reserve a tent. They'll put it up. It's got 2 little beds in it, for instance.
Lovely,
there's a swimming pool there now. And it's nice. The kids can run wild. That's the nice thing. They can have their bikes and they can just run wild, and it's 45 minutes from PE. So it's a great place to go stay.
All these places. And like, just like I said, you know, if it wasn't for people like yourself that are bringing people out there, we would know about, you know, it's a case of marketing.
Well, I think it works for us to have an event there, and hopefully we, tell people about the location. So it's always nice, like 3 Rivers, you know, they can go and ride there during the year, and they can go to Hatedale and camp. And Zurberg Hotel is stunning as well. I mean, if you ever wanted to do like a little training camp or a weekend away and do some serious riding and some training, base yourself at the Zurberg Hotel. I mean, there's like days and days of riding up there. It's stunning.
Lovely. It's always been a beautiful area.
Okay,
now with the shop. Okay, so you took over the shop from your father-in-law. You know, must have been a bit of pressure there as well. I mean, it's and what is the focus at the shop?
I mean, it's changed over the years. I mean, we got to move with the time. So I mean, back then it was obviously Rob's been very much into everything: road biking, mountain biking. My passion has been a bit more mountain biking side. So I think Cyclo Pro has always been like a more mountain bike focused shop. Although we do road and triathlon, but a lot of mountain biking, that's our core. We specialize in that. And then, you know, when e-bikes started coming along, we had to now start getting e-bikes getting in. And we've had to learn electronics, and we've become electrical engineers.
It's getting the capital to get those bikes in, because they are expensive.
Look, the technology is new. There's still a premium on that technology, but they are an amazing piece of machinery. I must say, like the amount of power that little motor there at the bottom bracket can put out, and the amount of Ks you can get out of a battery. You can get 100 kilometers out of an e-bike these days.
Jesus.
So we've had to, move with the times, and I think over the last couple of Decembers we've sold more e-bikes than normal bikes. So it really has taken off, and it makes cycling fun again. That's the nice thing about it. You know, someone who doesn't ride regularly can get on a bike and then enjoy it.
And keep up with the
absolutely
with the pack.
Yeah.
I mean, I know as you get older as well, it gets more difficult to get on that bike and go. But then e-bike then just helps you along just a little bit.
It can get younger people in. It can keep older people riding for longer.
Yeah.
People that are not cyclists can ride with family members that are cyclists, and that's the nice thing.
Tell me how this thing works. I mean, how does this e-bike work? Because I haven't ridden one. I've seen plenty, and I can check. Is it how's it controlled? How's it how's it work?
So a true e-bike is a pedal assist bike. So there's lots of e-bike things out there which are not pedal assist bikes. So an e-bike would be something where you have to put pressure through the pedal. So you have to actually be pedaling and pushing power, and then it just magnifies that force. So if you push lightly, you can adjust your assistance level, and it'll just magnify that. So it'll give you extra boost. But the pedal still have to be
got a pedal,
not a throttle. Throttle would be something different. There are a couple of e-bikes out there that are throttles, but that wouldn't be I would say a true pedal assist bike. So we stick away from the throttles. We just do what we call pedal assists, and then you can choose how much assistance you want. So if you want to work, you use a lower assistance level, and if you want to keep up with your mates who are putting you under the pressure, the thumb there, then you just use a little bit of a higher assistance level, and you can change that as you're riding, and you can decide what assistance level you want. So it's got a battery and it's got a little motor in it.
There was a motor drive the where the pedal is.
Generally, they're called mid-drive, so that you can put it in the hub, but generally most of them are in the middle of the bike. What they're trying to do is just keep the weight as low as possible, so that the handling of the bike's not compromised. Keeping the weight low, while you ride it, you want it to feel like a normal bike. And that's where a good e-bike over a bad e-bike will make the difference, is that you want it to feel like a normal bike. That you've got fit.
I wonder if it wasn't a legislated thing or something with the pedal assist, because I mean, if you're pedaling, it's a bicycle still as opposed to a motorbike.
It is indeed, and that's where the throttle comes into. So anything that can, I'll stand under correction, but I have read some of the Road Traffic Act, if I'm not mistaken. But anything I think that can self-propel above 6 k's an hour would be classified as a throttle assist moped.
Yes.
And
you need a license.
You would,
Whereas a bicycle, you don't need a license.
No, so you don't. So which means that you can ride it, for instance, on a pavement, and you can ride it on a trail. So obviously they don't want motorbikes.
The warmer cops that I came across the other day. You can't ride here, it's a public place.
It's a public place,
but
officially, I think the e-bikes,
it looks like
normal pedal assist bike can go anywhere a normal bicycle can go. So and then obviously we regulate it from a power point of view, so how much power it can put out, and also from a speed point of view. So we follow the US regulations where pedal assist bike can give you assistance up to 32 kilometers an hour. Some of the road bikes, can go up to 45 k's an hour, but on a mountain bike, it's 32 k's an hour.
I mean, if you go in on a road bike, you can get to those speeds under normal pedal power. But so it will only take you 32, then you got to pedal more.
Then you're under your own steam.
Own steam. Okay.
And it becomes heavy. So
I'm sure they're excellent chippos.
There are ways and means. We won't go into that, but there are ways and means. And when you get overtaken at 50 k's an hour, it's probably one of those means. But
I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, and there's so a lot into the e-bikes now, but I mean, I know you guys do setups and stuff as well.
We do. So I mean, we do a full hog. So we've got a full service center as well. So we'll fix your bike for you. We'll sell it to you. We'll fix it. We'll set it up for you. So that's part of the. I think nowadays with online shopping, you've got to give value add. So the guy who's coming into the store, it must be an experience. You want the look, the feel. We want to set it up for you. So we'll get you in a jig. We'll get you on the bike. We'll adjust it. We'll set your shocks. We'll do the full setup, make you comfortable. And if you're not comfortable, we'll make it comfortable. So setup is becoming a big part of it. The bikes are getting expensive, and you want to have a proper setup done. When you're buying a new bike, you want to make sure that you've been set up right from it. And then, you want to take it to a place that can service it post-purchase. So we've got all the spares for the e-bikes. We've got all the spares for the normal bikes. We can service it. Maurice, our workshop manager there, runs a very tight ship. And
yes, I've met Maurice a few times there. Fantastic.
Yeah, so he looks after our workshop, and he's got a big team behind him there. So our workshop is probably about 8 strong. So we run a workshop, and they'll sort all these things out for you.
So a big staff there then as well.
Yeah, I think we currently got about 13 people in total. So I mean, a lot of it's in the workshop because that's going year round.
Yeah.
And then in the front we've got a couple of guys, Kurt, myself, Owen is in front. And then we obviously started, as John said, we started a little coffee bar in the corner.
I like that.
Yeah, that's just to get coffee. Yeah. I mean, we've got the valley right there. So the valley's right there. We wanted people to be able to have a starting and finishing area. If they want to come and meet there, you can start with a coffee, do a ride in the valley, finish. So on a Saturday, we'll have some eats. That's the idea. And kind of get people into the valley. Exactly. Yeah. So if they want to come watch a race or come chit chat or whatever, we've created a corner now for that, so they can come and relax.
Oh, that's magic, because it does add to the whole thing, you know. And
we're looking for feet through the door, so the more feet through the door, the better.
And I'm sure that I mean, with your dad going from scrap parts, your father-in-law going from scrap parts to cycling, to eventually the cycling is become a huge coffee shop.
Yeah. Well, we know Wayne's doing very well with his coffee shop down in the beachfront. So, I don't think we'll ever get to that point.
Wayne Piper was on as well. Yo, what a legend too.
Yeah, so I don't think we'll ever get to that point. I mean, we just want to make toasted salmons, not the full spread. Yeah.
Do you guys get together, or I mean, as a thing? I mean, I know it's often competition, the competitors around.
Look, we are competition, but we all speak to each other, and we all help each other out where we can. So, if I don't have a part, I'm going to phone Wayne.
Yes.
Wayne doesn't have a part, he phones me and Mark and everyone, and we work together throughout the town. So
good.
I think everyone's on good terms. We all try to keep our customers happy. I mean, that's the whole thing. So
absolutely.
if I don't have a part, we'll get it from him, and if he doesn't have a part, we'll get it from him. So we work together quite quickly. There's no reason why we need to get into politics and stuff
for sure.
Like that. So.
And
it's healthy competition.
It is, it's good. Yeah. And everybody, it's all about relationships, I'm sure, as you know.
We always need a favor at one point.
Yes.
So
everybody's going to need it.
We're all going to work together. That's the thing. And what's nice is we've all got kind of our niches. Like some people will do more road biking, and some people do more mountain biking and triathlon and things like that. So we've kind of found our kind of customer, clientele, and we try to service them to the best of our ability.
Amazing. Now, anything that you could say that or maybe Julie could help us, is something that people would be surprised to hear about you, something that you could say, I didn't know you could do that. One, that you're a CA. I mean, that's another story.
Yeah, that's it. What else? I don't know. Like, I'm part of the neighborhood watch. I don't know. Yeah. So that keeps me.
Security.
Yeah. Somehow got roped into our local neighborhood watch.
Nice.
I'm the chairman of the neighborhood watch for Fern Glen.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
That you ever
that is something.
someone.
So if I wasn't busy enough, can call security.
The security is there. He's got a stick.
So that's it. So together with Fern Glen and Sunridge, we're up at night sometimes, doing a bit of patrolling.
Fantastic.
With our oaks. So that keeps us busy.
You've got to do that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get into a little thing that we call the getting to know you section.
Okay.
We're going to get to, it's just got like it's straight crazy questions.
Yeah.
You can
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. The most physically painful thing you've ever experienced in your life?
I can tell you now, it was about actually it was probably breaking my leg.
Oh.
Yeah. So and that would have been route marking with a motorbike and pulling the front brake of a motorbike and landing underneath it. So that was pretty painful. That was a week in St. George's. Yeah.
Jeez, a week in St. George's.
Week in St. George's.
Like bones sticking out. Oh my God, I can't even think about it. And what is the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you?
Oh, that's interesting. I think the luckiest thing. I mean, apart from being blessed with a wonderful family, and wife who's very supportive, and the kids, which I adore, is probably been given the opportunity to do a career in something that you're passionate about. Yeah.
Hey, isn't that amazing?
Yeah. So, you know,
From
I
when
think
you
a
were
lot of
young-
people are able to make a living with their passion, and lucky enough that I've been able to do.
I mean,
So,
starting
yeah.
so young with yourself, like you said, school and doing cycling, and loving the cycling from such a young age as well. That's you know, it's perfect. It's perfect. Did you ever? What did you at school? I mean, there weren't many cycling at school, surely.
No, well, they were. That's the thing. That's what got me
lots.
into it. So, I mean, in Cape Town, when they were still getting 35,000 people at the August. So,
Wow,
you know, if you're in Cape Town, you're going to do the August.
So you did
It's
August
like,
every year.
Pretty much. I think my mom started, and then I was like, well, I don't want to be left behind. So then I joined her on a couple of training rides, and then probably I don't know how many I've done, but I've done a few Augusts.
So your mom rode.
She started it actually.
Wow.
Yeah. She started doing the August, and then, you know, training in Cape Town in early mornings, like 6 o'clock. And then I decided I would join, and then I did my first one with her, and then the second one I left her behind. So,
you know, I'm sure she absolutely loved doing the riding with
we
her
did
son.
one together, and then after that I was the typical competitive person and left her behind.
Bastard.
Shame, I know.
You're a bastard.
I know, but she's
Think
got an
about
e-bike
it
now.
now.
She'll get her revenge.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. She's still up and
on
going.
the e-bike, so I'm pretty sure she'll take me for the next ride and absolutely whip
his ass.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing the mother likes more than riding with her own son.
Yeah, on turbo.
Please, you've got to make sure that she actually needs to have a couple of rides with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Any social situations that you dread?
Well, accountants are not normally known for being
social.
Yeah. So
you're not out there.
Yeah. So coming from an accountant to now dealing with a multitude of different personalities in the retail world was quite difficult. That was probably the most difficult change from accounting to retail.
Yes.
And trying to read people and trying to get along with personalities, because I think personalities are gone from here to here.
Yes.
And it's widening.
Yeah, it is. It's not getting easier.
There's a lot of different personalities out there. So dealing with different personalities from being a number cruncher is probably the most difficult. So, you know, I'm still learning.
Would you say that? I mean, you're quite a people person from what I can see, but maybe it's a learned
I think
condition.
it's 15 years. Yeah. Certainly straight out of accounting, you know, you're sitting at the desk typing numbers and you don't want to see anyone. You know,
Get
in an office.
I've got time.
But I think that's the main thing. You know, networking.
Yes.
Networking is important these days, and being sociable.
Well, particularly in the cycling circles as well. It's got its own community.
I mean, there's a pretty tight knit community in P. But I mean, we're very blessed with our customer base. That's great to us. They're supportive. They're loyal. John, you know, for instance, has been very supportive, and those type of customers, you know, they look after us well.
I like the way you put the bikes just outside the shop on the racks there, so when you come past, you can't help but look at the bikes.
And the eye candy.
Check at the bike. Check at this one. You know, this one's lekker.
This one's good. That's where you found your bike. I got you at the door.
Oh, my soul. And in which ways do you sabotage yourself?
Which ways do we sabotage ourselves?
Judy can also help with this stuff.
Look, being too passionate sometimes, because when the new tech comes out, we're still a bike person by personality.
Yes.
So
you buy shit that you can't sell.
Sometimes we buy stuff that is for us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So like we're buying it for stock, but somehow it lands up on my bike.
People aren't buying this.
No, it just somehow materializes from just being in stock to being on my bike.
Yes.
So
and there must be such a lot of money in that stock that's sitting in the shop. It's amazing.
Look, that's, you know, we've got to have it to sell it, and people like to look and touch and feel the new stuff. So we got to keep up with the times. We got to have the new stock. You know, I got to test the new stuff, so it's often got to come onto my bike for a reason.
Of course, just to test it. Just a little test. There we go, buying new gadgets. Wayne,
that's it. He's Mr. Gadget Man himself.
New stock. Stock. Yes.
You want gadgets? Wayne's your man. He's got every gadget under the sun.
I'm sure. Yeah. And that I mean, but not only the bikes. I mean, it's all the gloves and the freaking bottle holders and the
That's
bottles.
it. Once you're in it, you've got a
Jeez.
permanent Christmas list for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So you just send your family in, and then we'll.
He doesn't sleep as he loves working too much. Do you battle sleep?
No, I work too hard at night.
You just go late.
Night is admin.
No, bro. Oh, you got it. You can't. This is the only gap you get.
That's it. No, we work on the shop floor during the day and nights for admin. Yeah.
How old are you now?
I am. Oh no, you got me now. 82, maximum about 42.
42.
Yeah.
42. No. You still got you got to take your accelerator off the work a little bit. You know, and enjoy your life. Otherwise, you're gonna miss out on that shit.
No, we try. We work when it's warm weather.
Yeah.
And we take holiday when it's raining.
When it's cold.
So June, July is our time for.
So you always go out when it's crap weather. Robin.
Yeah, we go.
Robin says we support your store because it's the store in B. Enjoy your moment.
Thanks, Robin.
Thanks, Robin.
Sure. Thanks for the support, Robin. Yeah.
I see, according to his photo there, he's put on a little weight. I see.
Yeah, that's the problem with working at night and not being able to get up in the morning to ride in the morning. But I go through phases. So what I'll do is I'll enter myself into the most horrific race that I can to scare myself into training. So that's what happens.
Oh no!
And then generally it gets to the point of no return.
Yeah,
and then you really have to train.
You got to train your stuff.
As long as you're entering a competition, that's what gets me going.
Well, late nights are going to do you no good, Andrew.
I know. I need to
Andrew,
get back on the bike.
Yeah, and I mean, being in the bikes, I'm sure you ride. Do you ride a lot yourself now as well?
I try. I go through phases, as I say. So we get to the point of entering something I haven't done, like a 3-day stage race or a long one, and that gets me back on the bike. The fear.
Okay. She's like, no, I'm going to be finished. Because I always say with the bike, it was different from running in that running. You run and you get tired. Your whole body gets tired. You're breathing like a steam train. You can't. But when you're in the bike, it's almost like your bottom half uses up all the energy underneath, and you don't get to know until you actually fall over. You know?
Yeah. You go until it literally seizes up.
Yeah, it's like holy crap, boy, what's happened? And I've got no more energy. But you didn't realize it because your brain's still like, hey, you're fine.
That's it.
No, my soul. Okay, your most prized possession, and why?
That's a good one.
I know people don't like to talk about things and stuff, but something that just.
No, I think prized position is building. Quite honest, building up the business. It was easy for me to walk in. Rob set up a great business, but just prized position in terms of growing it into what it is now. We feel very proud of what we've done.
It's beautiful.
And we're constantly improving it. But working hard and just seeing the growth that we've been able to get has been great. So just being successful. Touch wood up to now has all been great, and just seeing the growth and that's been great.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, your biggest irrational fear about that.
Biggest irrational fear. I don't know.
Any irrational fears?
Jeez, maybe swimming in a triathlon now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a swimmer.
Deep water.
Yeah, I'm creepy crawly. I'm at the bottom. I don't know. I did a little triathlon when I was younger, and I think I got swam over for about 90% of it. You're like, your first triathlon, you started. Because you started in the front.
Yes.
And you literally don't see anything because everyone just
swims over you.
Oh, I don't swim in anything. I can't see the bottom. That's it.
I see Kim's got a comment there. I haven't checked. She's got a long comment. Let's have a look. Cycling is oxygen for the 4 wheels, moves the body, 2 wheels, moves the soul. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share 24 hours of you. That's a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
Best store owner. There we go. Guys, put the fun between your legs. That's Kim.
And we're so happy that we can support John.
Yeah, for sure.
John came in the other day and he's like got blood all over him and he's just like falling off his bike and we're patching him up and he's like all over the place. So he's fanatical. He's a ball of energy. So we just try to keep him on the bike as much as possible.
No, it's so hectic. Okay, couple more to go. Let's say 3 more. Let's do it. The biggest learning experience you ever had?
Sure. COVID.
COVID.
COVID and trying to get through COVID, I must say. That was challenging, especially in the retail game because we had to close for 6 weeks. And I think, look, for everyone, I think, everyone, turned it upside down, especially for the fitness industry.
Yeah.
That has certainly, and it's still still been up and down. That changed the ball game completely.
I mean, it's the same with the music industry in terms of the fact that your events and your things have to get people together. I mean, that's the whole thing. It was absolutely nightmare.
I'm closing for 6 weeks, not knowing. I think there were obviously people in the fitness game like gyms and things like that even worse. But that was challenging. We're still coming to terms with that.
A career highlight that you're most proud of?
Look, I think studying and passing like board exams is a highlight.
That's a big one.
That's something that they can sort of never take away from you. So that was a long slog.
Yes, I'm sure.
So doing that and getting that sort of CA title and still keeping it.
Was UCT quite cool? I mean, that whole vibe.
It was. I mean, luckily, we stayed pretty close to it. So I used to cycle I used to cycle up to UCT and back, as you would if you're a cyclist. But it's a great university. I mean, it's very privileged to be able to be there and to graduate from there. And
all right. Final question. We've spoken about the proudest moment, but how about where something went completely wrong?
Wrong.
Have you got a story where something's gone wrong?
Completely.
With mountain events or even in the early days, or something
with mountain events, plenty. If you're putting the sign up back to front, you're like, the sign looks like it's pointing the right way, but actually when you turn around and it's pointing the other way, it's a problem. So there's been a couple of close calls where we've had to.
Everybody goes the wrong direction.
We get to the finish. Some of the early races where, you're doing a 60 and you've got to the finish line and you've done 20. That's never good.
No.
That's never good.
That
was the quickest 60 you've ever done. Some of the early Herald cycle tours. We from a mountain events point of view, we've organised the.
You've always done a Herald cycle tour. Of course. I didn't even realize you guys.
With Berna and her Herald team, really great team to work with. But the first couple of them were some really hectic learning experiences.
I'm sure.
I mean,
it's a big
we
one.
We're out there there we go. There we go. And we're going to enter you for the 80 next year.
I'm going to do the 80 next year as well. I actually, maybe I'll do the 60, but I've been doing the 1 and 6. Been fantastic.
I've got to get you on the mountain bike too. Now you got a proper mountain bike, so you need to get.
That's at the Nocha.
No, that's going to be Addo, the Polo Club. 80 into the mountains.
Okay. That is a tough one.
We'll give you some pack lunch.
Let's do it.
Pack lunch,
I'm there like a bear. I actually entered this year and I had a gig on the night before and I couldn't get in St. Francis. I couldn't get back early enough to do the race. So I had to give away my ticket. But next year we'll do it.
There we go. Now people have heard it.
I'm there. But Andrew, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Marvelous. We've got a giveaway. I don't know, Gary, you want to do the giveaway? We've got some fiction leads that we give away every week. So we're gonna we'll do the draw and see who's won it. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember our sponsors. Our sponsors are Fiction Leads, as well as our internet provider, Grant Pressler. There we go. Grant, you are our winner. We'll get it sent to you. No problem. It's our Rhino guy.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Cool, marvelous. And we'll see you guys next week then. And we've got Jenny from the Volksfeest coming next week. She's amazing. Holzbein. She's going to be on. And special thanks to Fat Cats as well for our meals every now and again that we get from Fat Cats. The Grace is amazing too. Right. And best of luck with the shop and with mountain events. There are amazing events. You guys do a spectacular job. Every single function I've been to with you guys.
Hopefully we'll see you at the next event.
Well, I'll be there like a bear. I'm there. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, don't forget about Magnificent 7. That's on the 24th at the Bowling Club, and then the 25th is going to be the Creedence Clearwater Revival show as well. Both our Magnificent 7 shows are sold out. This is a new one we've just launched and it was a waiting list already, so those tickets are going like hotcakes. So get in there while you still can. Thank you, Andrew. Fantastic.
No, thank you.
And,
Wonderful.
and we'll
Thank
see you next week.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your mental